Right Honorable Speaker, this loan is going to spread throughout the districts, including mine, Pakwach, where coffee has been little grown. I therefore support it because it's going to create employment to our young people of Uganda and promote crops that other areas of Uganda have little known about or grown. I beg to submit.
Thank you. Moyo, we are trying to give, that should be the last woman now, and okay. You know that okay. Moyo.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Chandia Bernadette Kodili, Woman Member of Parliament, Moyo District. I stand here to support the motion to take this loan. My reservations will only be with a criteria. Here I see that we are looking at areas that occupy about 10 to 20 acres in Moyo, Adjumani, and Obongi. Because of the dry spells,
loan at 3.5%. It's not possible. If you look at the yield curves, Right Honorable Speaker, in the Treasury bills and bond markets now, although they have declined, they are foreign currency denominated loans in Uganda cannot go below 11%. So what we have got, Right Honorable Speaker, is a big deal. It's something that we must grab and make the best use of it. Submit.
Honorable Namere.
Members, I'm giving you the reality from the ground, from an area where millions of lives survive on farming. Kindly, the Right Honorable Speaker assured us that no law has been broken. He assured us.
And not just assuring, I was reading what everybody has. Honorable Sanje. Stop.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. In my maiden speech, I stand to support the loan. I feel it is a favorable time to borrow, given the country has a stable inflation rate and
maybe I should be clarified. Where and honorable members, this is not the first loan of such a kind. I am detecting something.
Information.
First of all, they have gone for expensive irrigation scheme, solar. In this country is highly endowed. We have gravity water schemes, which is a bit cheap. You have, if we pass this bill, I can assure you we are sleeping on the job.
Information.
Scrutinizing it.
Information.
The country is bleeding from corruption.
Information.
Let's just scrutinize the papers and see what.
Thank you.
Suppose it
Honorable Waluswaka.
There.
Honorable Waluswaka.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I stand here to second the borrowing, but with an amendment. As someone who studied engineering, we have engineers in the Ministry of Works and also in Uganda who are doing less or less employed. And the minister is bringing a consultant. Right Honourable Speaker, the engineers are there, they have no work, the contractor is going to design, then they bring a consultant to supervise. I want to request honourable members that we approve the loan, but the consultancy fee here goes to the Ministry of Water. You can even give this to UIPE. They can handle instead of taking that money.
Information.
Finally, Right Honourable Speaker, I know some members, we may be disgruntled, maybe we missed out somewhere.
Honorable
But let us
Swaka,
be,
information.
honest. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Why?
And Honorable back there, Honorable, that is Chivaleo.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Alan Atugonza is my name, Member of Parliament for Bulisa. Right Honorable Speaker, every member here has supported the motion. They are supporting the loan. But they have some issues. Literally, I'm on a Committee of National Economy. I've been on the Committee of National Economy for the last 4 years. It is so painful. I think there is something here being hidden. The first loan, everyone is saying, didn't perform well. Why are we rushing with this one? You can see what Honorable Swaka is saying, what Honorable Kibazanga is saying, and these are our concerns.
Information, Speaker.
Why don't we, why don't we?
You want to take information from?
No. First of all,
yes, I have information.
It is, Right Honorable Speaker, there are very many bad performing loans in the ministry. Now, adding this loan without scrutinizing it, Mr. Speaker, I'm very sure.
Honorable member, why are you not scrutinizing it here?
No, here at the time we are given honorable minister, right honorable
Are
speaker.
you saying a committee does more scrutiny
Yes.
than...
I'm telling
So
you,
that
I
is the point you should- yeah.
opened my mail today. That's when I interacted with this loan. Right honorable speaker, if at this speed,
You got the details of this loan
yes,
from your mail.
we have a number of non-performing loans in this ministry, and phase one of this project, if you scrutinize it, I know that's where Honorable Kirumira is coming from. So, please,
Honorable
Okay.
Abim, and then
from Kakoza, from Honorable Kakoza.
you've
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker.
We are here.
My name is Joyce Ayoma Kamoy, representative of Woman MP Abim District. I stand to support this motion because it addresses one of the problems we are facing as a district. We want the water, we want the irrigation as the district, Abim District, and Karamoja at large. But I am disappointed that in the entire sub-region is not included in this project. When we talk about regions with with climate changes, the first region that comes in our mind is Karamoja. Why isn't Karamoja in the project? Why isn't it not in the project?
The Minister of Finance,
Napak.
honorable members,
Napak.
please don't, please resume your seats first. The Minister of Finance, you should take care of, because Karamoja was planned for, and the Minister of Water, you get up and tell us. Why not, Finance, you tell us. Dispose of this matter.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, in my justification, under page 9, I stated that for the farmers to benefit, this is the selection of sites for irrigation, and the criteria was the following. Under H, for the farmer should not have benefited from the project's phase 1 interventions and should not be under the planned development of the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa project, UGIFT, and the Uganda Climate Smart Agriculture Transformation Project. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to believe that the districts which are not included were subjected to this test. They had previously benefited from this program.
Minister of Water on Karamoja. Let's dispose of this matter of, it's painful to discuss loan for other regions, and when we have members from Karamoja, they are saying, we support, but how about ours? So, Honorable Aisha, do you have water for Karamoja?
Yes, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to take this opportunity to thank honorable colleagues for the support and the worries they have. I want to thank them because they are guiding us. In particular, honorable members of Karamoja and to other honorable members, first of all, phase 2 is different from phase 1 because phase 2 is affirmative. It is majorly for coffee farmers. Yes.
Right Honorable Speaker.
This loan is going to wait. Honorable, cool down, please.
You are protected. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Right Honorable.
Leave the work for protecting
Karamoja.
the Speaker. Here.
Karamoja, you are not under coffee farmers. You are not a coffee farmer area. This project, phase 2, targets coffee farmers only. 2, the smallholders farmers in Karamoja for other enterprises
Please resume your seat,
will continue to benefit from your gift project. 3,
Karamoja is suitable for medium to large scale irrigation. Therefore, Ministry of Water is in a process of implementing Namalu irrigation scheme, which is going to cover 1,510 acres. Karamoja area, we are considering you by considering other 10 sites and big ones, which has been identified for large-scale irrigation schemes. Therefore, I want to...
You conclude.
I'm protected. Therefore, Karamoja, just cool down. We are coming with big, and you are going to be happy. We are having big plans for you.
Okay.
This is an
Honorable
affirmative directive from His Excellency to consider, especially when you look at that paper, you will find that areas in the north, they are considered with many more than those ones in central. So these are the starters, the coffee farmers who are just beginners. Thank you so much, Right Honourable
And
Speaker.
I think the honourable members of parliament from Karamoja, I could guide that you need to engage the two ministers, finance, because I saw a document where the president, and the Minister of Water, give them opportunity within before the close of this month, so that you tell them about what is going to happen. Lop, you want to, you do what you do best always.
Right, Honourable Speaker, I will take that as a compliment. Mr. Speaker, for the record, and to comfort colleagues here, those of us across the aisle, by the way, from the opposition side, and I've seen a number of colleagues from the NRM side that are raising concerns, we are interested in every effort channeled at improving agriculture, including irrigation, which we are discussing here. So it's important that that record is straightened out. Agriculture is our backbone. We need to improve it. We need to better it. Right, Honourable Speaker, before South Sudan and DRC joined EAC, 48.9% of all the arable land in East Africa was here in Uganda. We need to establish now that, two other countries joined EAC, what it's like. But that gives you a picture of the potential that we have. We have got a lot of arable land. So we should buttress it with irrigation and the like. So the idea is a good one. And we have raised, by the way, these concerns severally in our alternative ministerial policy statements to say, why are we not engaging irrigation? We cannot just rely on nature, because many times it has let us down, because we have let it down ourselves. Our concern is, let's follow the right procedures. Let's ensure accountability of the money so far extended onto this project, the phase one that is being talked about. Because if we do not take care of the challenges, all the goofs there were in phase one, you have no guarantee that you're going to do very well in phase two. And that's the concern that we are throwing out there. Mr. Speaker, this commercial loan, which is estimated at about 735 actually, when you do the conversion, about 735 billion Uganda shillings. This here is the single largest external borrowing proposed for the water and environment sector. And the Minister for Water is here, she can attest to that. This year is the largest so far in her docket. That's why we're saying we want to handle it right. We want to make sure we cross every T and dot every I. And that's why it was very important for committee scrutiny. Some of the concerns there have been, even with phase one. Right, Honourable Speaker, sites were handed over without feasibility studies. That's a critical concern. So it is not right for us to say, let's just jump to phase two. But you have some cleaning up to do. Why aren't you interested in cleaning that up? Only when studies were eventually done, Right Honourable Speaker, was it discovered that many of the sites were not viable. And I saw the Minister of Finance, you know, he conceded on a few things. But as you're conceding, why do we not do this cleanup? It's very important. Right, Honourable Speaker, money is gone for project phase 1. And even that project is incomplete. By September, 30th September 2025, 366 billion shillings had been released and spent. This figure, Mr. Speaker and colleagues, represents 100.3% of the approved budget for phase 1. So that means phase 1 overshot, and yet it is incomplete. Why do we not want to deal with these issues? So you overshot the amount for phase 1, and it is incomplete. We are saying, can we do that cleaning up, even as you're rushing us to phase 2? The other concern, Mr. Speaker, systems were built, but many are not working. That's phase number 1. So we are being rushed into phase 2. But we are saying, why do we not take stock of phase 1? And that should be for the good of all of us, because even where this project is being implemented in the various districts, I've had colleagues saying, our farmers are suffering, let's pass this. This accountability is good for your area also, because if money is spent and you're not getting the value that you ought to, why aren't you concerned? Honestly. Because then, if you are struggling on phase number 1, what guarantee do you have that phase number 2 will go right? And so that's our concern, Mr. Speaker. We want to go to phase 2 and whichever other phase there is, I don't know. But as we proceed down that road, take stock, deal with all the challenges there are in phase number 1, because you have not dealt with them. Now you want us to quickly rush and appropriate money. And now we are appropriating a lot more money, 735 billion shillings. It's the single largest in the docket of work. Why do we not get to be in consensus as well?
At individual level, do you irrigate? As I mean, farm practices.
You're asking whether I irrigate?
At home. I just wanted to know whether in Nakawa you have some vegetables where you practice.
In Nakawa we may not have them. But Mr. Speaker, I am a member of parliament at national level. That is why you did not ask those of us in cities where there's no irrigation to move out, because you will not have quorum if it is only the Speaker level. Here we are struggling to tease out those issues, to hold government accountable for that money to be properly accounted for.
This, what we are saying here, is like a committee, and I want the government side to take it serious, the issues being raised by the opposite side. This is what would have happened in a real committee of national economy. You get members to freely. So for some of you who are doing this for the first time, there's nothing wrong. We only had, you need to take this in good faith. And I believe you are concluding.
Yes, I am, and the Speaker. But I thought I should tease this out, even for your further guidance. Rule 8 provides for a procedure that is not provided for and precedents. Mr. Speaker, with due respect, this particular one is provided for under none other than our country's grand norm, the Constitution. Article 91 of the Constitution. It says, Parliament shall appoint committees for the efficient discharge of its duties. So it is provided for. It is my considered view that this is not one of those that falls under Rule 8. Because it is provided for, we are meant to formulate those committees. Mr. Speaker, yesterday I did inform you that we, the opposition side, we are more than ready to allocate members to committees. We are ready. I don't know if our colleagues on the NRM side, I see the good doctor, who is the government chief whip now, is here. I want to believe they are ready. I want to believe, I hope I'm not wrong. So this is provided for, and we can be able to scrutinize. You did bring in the rider of the time limit. Again, I want to beseech government, please stop stampeding us. We know about these timelines. We didn't get to know last night that 12th June is around the corner. We knew about it. Why did we not come much earlier? Minister of Finance. I would forgive if we had a new docket holder in the Ministry of Finance. But Honorable Musasizi has effectively, in the 11th Parliament, been the Minister of Finance. He was the one who was always here, borrowing. He would come every day, borrow, borrow, borrow. When it came to the budget, he was the one always here. So he's not new in this docket. When did you discover that now the deadline is around the corner? You can't have discovered last night. And so you come into Parliament, you're stampeding the Speaker, telling him we need to do this very quickly. And so why are you making us look bad? We knew about this. This is not one of those emergencies. Mr. Speaker, many times colleagues do raise emergency situations in their area. Soil has fallen on people, there's a tragedy, floods and so on. Those ones are understandable. This one is not an emergency. We knew about it.
Thank you.
Why did we not plan ahead?
Lope, I agree with you on that one, that we shouldn't be seen. You know, first to dispose of your matter on the rules. I will say it again. The rules does not provide for a situation where Parliament has no Committee on National Economy. I can go with you to the highest length and depth of legal interpretation or understanding. In this case, there is no committee. The committee is provided for in the rules, but we've not constituted them. That's why I had to use Rule 8, what the framers did not use that. 2, on the issue of why you make me appear like we are smuggling something. And this is a baptism of fire. You, Minister of Finance, do you know what it took me to be here? So why have you, when did you realize? You say something and then the VP will come and conclude.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank, please, through the chair, Kakoza, you know the rules. Right Honorable. Right Honorable
Procedure,
Speaker.
Right Honorable Speaker.
Procedure?
Yeah, under Rule 60, interruption of the debate of the Minister.
We have concluded almost the debate.
No, he's submitting something, it's a debate. So
he was responding to the request. But anyway, what do you want to say, Honorable Kakweza?
Right, Honorable Speaker, you've stated. I think this is a serious issue because as a person who has been here for some time, it has become a habit of Minister of Finance stampeding Parliament. Let's call a spade a spade. There is no way, when you look at Public Finance Management Act, it gives you a time frame when you come here to pick money. This loan was of 2021. You are talking of a timeline which is on 13th, but we've been around. Don't cause this Parliament to look shabby because of your own interest. We've been framing the last Parliament. I have the record.
Point taken.
Yeah, can I conclude so that he can answer it? Please assure us you are passing a loan today. The closing of the books of accounts of the financial year ending on 30th. Are you going to submit that money to the votes and get appropriated? Please help us. For us, our work as members of Parliament is oversight function to check a government what it does. It's not proper. It's unprecedented. A loan to pass here being not scrutinized on that amount. I stop there.
I know you are supporting the image of this House, and we thank you. Honorable Minister, will you continue doing this thing?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, let me begin by thanking colleagues who have supported the borrowing in the debate. Mr. Speaker, I am sorry for not concluding the processes in time because of the circumstances which were beyond my control. And I want to commit to this that in the future, save for the circumstances, we will try as much as possible to bring loans in time. Mr. Speaker, respond to the following issues. Number one, Honorable James Kakoza is asking that when shall we spend this money when the financial year is closing on 30th June. Mr. Speaker and colleagues, this financing I'm seeking is to finance the budget for financial year 2026-2027, which is beginning on 1st July. Question 2, the timing. Why can't we wait for the Substantive Committee on National Economy to be formed? Mr. Speaker, we have an offer by UKF, which is semi-concessional. But UKF is telling us that if we go beyond 12th, which is the day after tomorrow, this offer will expire. That is why we are moving very fast so that we are able to catch up with the timelines of the lender. Mr. Speaker, point 3 was on the concern of the cost. But before I respond to that, Mr. Speaker, I want to propose a small adjustment in my earlier submission about the interest rate on the Export Credit Agency facility of 90% under UKF cover. The interest rate I presented of 3.65% was as of March 2026. The interest rate now, as of June 2026, is 3.92%. What this means is that I propose to replace 3.65% per annum fixed to 3.92%. Mr. Speaker, I think it is Honorable Omara who submitted that this loan is not as expensive as my brother Honorable Karim thought. The effective interest rate, all in, is about 5.1%. In the market, as Honorable Omara informed the House, is that the average interest rate on foreign currency is about 11%. So you can see that, yes, it is not concessional as we would wish it to be, but it is in between commercial and concessional. And Mr. Speaker, the market, Mr. Speaker, as the Honorable Senyonyi stated, I have been very, very, very active in the Ministry of Finance business for the last 5 years. This means I also monitor all the markets. I'm looking for where cheap money is. Mr. Speaker, the current markets Sure, you can compare, because this information is public, that is very difficult to get interest rate lower than this. So, Mr. Speaker, lastly, I know we are all constrained. With my past experience and the kinds of questions I used to raise in this House, colleagues, some of you who know me, I would be raising what you are raising. But this is not the first time, Mr. Speaker, that we are using the committee of the whole House to consider urgent business of government. So I want to plead with colleagues that we take this as urgent business of government, which cannot wait. We pass the loan. It is under good stewardship. The Ministry of Water is here. The Ministry of Finance is here. Parliament is here. We shall do oversight on this loan to ensure that it is fully utilized and to ensure that it meets its objectives and to ensure that it meets its intended objectives. So, Mr. Speaker, I pray and submit that the House considers the loan, authorizes me to go ahead and sign off the loan so that we are able to give water to our coffee farmers in the country. I submit right on.
Thank you. Your Excellency the VP. Your Excellency the VP.
Right Honorable Speaker, according to...
Speaker. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker.
Doctor.
I thought that you said, Her Excellency, the VP.
I was wondering, the VP of the Republic of Uganda is on the floor. Your Excellency, you can proceed.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members of Parliament. I rise up to speak as a farmer, and I know that many of us here are farmers. At least even if you are not a farmer, maybe your parent or grandparent was a farmer. It is indeed true that a cross-section of members of Parliament have raised concerns on the technicality of this loan. And also the discomfort on the implementation of phase 2 or phase 1 of the loan that we passed with the same components that we are discussing today. But I would like to appeal to all of you members of Parliament. But now we have model farmers who are planted coffee under the guidance of the Ministry of Agriculture. I am sure also in Bukedi, because on 27th of this month, we shall be in your district. If you have not yet been notified, I can respectfully use this as an opportunity to notify you, Mr. Speaker. We shall be there to discuss issues of coffee in Tororo District Headquarters on 27th of this month.
Notice taken.
26th, 27th will be Katakwi. 26th Tororo, 27th. And for Bukedi in Tororo and for Teso in Katakwi. This is a new cash crop in our area. And we are very enthusiastic as farmers, as leaders, to make sure that it succeeds. We know the people we are leading and the status of their per capita income. It is a major role and responsibility that we need to respond to. This motion of the Minister of Finance has presented to us an opportunity to make a contribution to the productivity of coffee growers across the country. We also earlier on committed ourselves that this is a parliament that is extraordinary and it is going to do things in an extraordinary way. The extraordinary way that I'm talking about is to take note of the technicalities that we have raised and make a follow-up to ensure that they are tackled by the responsible authorities. If it is audit, let it be audit, and so on and so forth. But that should not constrain us with moving with another opportunity that the Minister of Finance has presented to us this afternoon. So in short, therefore, Mr. Speaker, I would like to appeal again to members of this House to speak with one voice, support the Minister's motion so that we can implement the water for production policy to the coffee growers, knowing that globally, coffee has a stable market, knowing that coffee will provide a sustainable income for our households across the country. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Notification for the coffee meeting in Tororo is taken, Bukedi actually, and then Teso. Tororo we had cotton, and it's not adding up. The Honorable Member of Parliament from Shema, I'm told she was an accountant. She was denied opportunity to speak and give, testimony about this project phase 1. But let's take note that next time, Minister, you should know she was an accountant who assessed the project, consultant. So you can imagine the kind of people we have here. The Honorable Minister, the procedure, we are closing. We've exhausted. Yes.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. It is procedure, in our rules of procedure, Rule 63, amendments to the motion. This motion has 3 parts. Part A is asking us to associate with the need to borrow, but it is this part B that is of concern to my procedural matter. It is to note the financing terms. The Minister has made amendments to the financing terms, expressed by way of which the interest rate be raised from 3.7 to a figure that is 3.9. And will it be procedurally okay if we take it on as a motion, so that when you pass a question, we procedurally take on the amendment suggested by the Minister, as it is stated in 63. Come
with amendments. The motion would be adopted with amendments. So the Minister moved the motion and he stood up and he said that it's not a motion that again would want us to debate the interest rate. If that was error, you corrected from 3.65 to 3.92, right? So that would be cured by me putting the question as amended to the motion as amended by the Minister. So there is no any other amendment. So having, honorable members, having subjected the Minister's motion as amended to the extensive debate, I now put the question that this House authorizes government to borrow up to euro 168,976,356 from the UK Export Finance and Citibank for the development of solar-powered irrigation systems project phase 2. And I'm hearing the MP for older persons saying 54. I think with that it's 54, the last one, 354. A motion moved and amended by the Minister of Finance. Those in favor say aye, and to the contrary say nay. Aye. The ayes have it. Honorable members, thank you for executing your constitutional mandate pursuant to Article 159(2) of the Constitution. I direct the clerk to extract the resolution and transmit it to the relevant authorities to enable them execute the financing agreement. And before I call for the next business, I want to acknowledge that I have Honorable Wakida Patrick, who had notified us for a brief in 2 minutes, and then Honorable Ojok and Honorable Julius Naki Muntu and Honorable Nyakato. Those are people that who have matters of national importance. Kindly listen to them as government will. 2 minutes each.
Right Honorable Speaker, I rise on the matter of national importance under Rule 40, Clause 1. Right Honorable Speaker, we lost one of our own, Honorable Juliet Raina Kafire, on the 4th of this month.
Speak to the microphone, sir.
Honorable Raina Kafire died on the 4th of this month. As we sit here, we are paying a last respect in Raga Cathedral. Raina Kafire, Honorable, was a member of the Constituent Assembly, 1994-1995, that enacted the 1995 Constitution. She later became a member of Parliament from 1996 to 2006, representing the then Palliser district. During that period, she also served as the National Vice President of the Democratic Party up to about 2006, providing leadership at the highest level of a multi-party politics in our country. Her service to constitutionalism, to us the members of her constituency, and the political party development remains a legacy that this Parliament must recognize. Right Honourable Speaker, I pray that this 12th Parliament pays tribute to her memory, observes a minute of silence, and that a formal condolence message be sent to the family through your office. I also beg to move a formal motion of condolence under Rule 48, which I request to lay on the table immediately after this statement. May her soul rest in eternal peace. I thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you. And I want to ask members, honorable members, may we rise for a minute of silence.
May her soul rest in eternal peace.
And as tradition, Right Honorable Prime Minister, you will you take note of this. This Honorable, the late Member of Parliament, Honorable Juliet Kafire Raina, was well known to you and to government, and I believe government should do what you've been doing better. You can say something. He has informally, and Parliament, the clerk, do what they do for former members of Parliament. Everyone here will one day be former.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker and members, I know the late Honorable Raina Kafire. She was a member of Parliament representing Chibuku. Chibuku, I believe in the 7th Parliament and the 8th. And that time I was a deputy RDC in Palisa. She was such a developmental woman. She used to help her farmers, especially those who were growing cotton. She even had a ginnery in the district then, Palisa, but now Chibuku. So I know her. Unfortunately, we did not receive this information early enough. I will inform the president, because I know the president knows the late very well. And I know he will definitely send his condolence message. I will deliver the message, and I want to thank a member for having brought this message to the House. Honorable members, the person we are talking about was once a member of Parliament, and she did a very good job. So the message delivered should be taken in good faith.
Honorable Sinas, then Honorable Lanya and Honorable.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, over this weekend, Hoima City and some parts of Hoima District was struck by heavy hailstone, leaving many farms destroyed, a number of livestock destroyed, but also some houses destroyed. Right Honorable Speaker, my prayer is the Office of Disaster and Preparedness under OPM comes to the rescue of those people who are affected by disaster, but also come to our rescue with relief items like shelter, seeds, but also food. I beg to submit, Right Honorable Speaker.
Right Honorable Prime Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, I already got information from Hoima City and Hoima District. I request that the member helps us to go through the right channels. She writes formally, and then I will send a team, and we shall provide the needed support.
Thank you, and that should go as an instruction to all new members of Parliament. When a disaster befalls your district, there is a whole procedure that you can be doing it while following up, but you have the documentation. Thank you very much. Honorable Lanya Ojok.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I rise on the matter of national importance under Rule 56(1) of our Rules of Procedure. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, yesterday we laid to rest a young man, 27 years old, in Sirongo. His name is Sidney Gongodio Giabi, a rugby player with the Uganda Rugby Cranes and the Black Pirates Rugby Club. Right Honorable Speaker, this one is not an isolated incident. He was killed on Friday on some suspicion, which was not proved. He was beaten, killed by the people that he plays to represent out of this country. Year in, year out, on average, we lose 1,000 people, according to the police crime report. In 2023, we lost 1,039 people. 2024, we lost 1,019 people. And just last year, we lost 950 people. That's according to the annual report of the police crime report. It is my prayer, Right Honourable Speaker, because what happened to Sydney can happen to any of us here. It may not happen to the Speaker, he has security, but any of us walking around the street, anyone shouting thief without any proof, and you're lynched by those who represent here. My prayer, Right Honourable Speaker, because I want to move also under Rule 56(6), that we give the members of Parliament here, because it says we can talk about 15 minutes. We condemn mob justice in very strong terms. My second prayer is that the Minister of Internal Affairs gives us a report within 7 days of what is happening in terms of investigations. My third prayer, Right Honourable Speaker and members, is that we know, because the challenge usually is the response time, can we have a strategy by the government on response times? You're called, the police is called, and they come 3 hours later, 4 hours later. And then the person whom is supposed to be presumed innocent under the law, under the Constitution, Article 28, 3A, that you are innocently proven guilty, or unless you confess under a competent court. Now, if you look at the videos, Sydney was bundled like a thief onto that police wagon. We want a strategy from the police, from the government, what they're going to do about future incidents. Because I think we buried him yesterday on a Heroes Day because we knew he should mark the end of mob justice. My final request, Right Honourable Speaker and members. Because the challenge is that 25%, according to the records, 25% of the murders reported are the ones that are pushed forward to court and prosecuted. Over 4,000 cases and only 1,000 is processed to its logical conclusion. I'm requesting, because we're trying to make mob justice as discouraging as possible. Some people also know, many of our Ugandans don't know that mob justice is actually illegal. But because I've experienced that pain, and as Council Mpanga once advocated for a nervous system where we feel each other's pain, many of us have lost that feeling. You feel that every thief is guilty, or every suspect is already guilty. Many are not. Many are just victims of circumstances. So I'm requesting that in a way you make it prohibitive. Can we have a public trial? As it happened with the case of Uganda versus Christopher. Through that process, we got to know so many things. Even those who are not lawyers got to understand what actually happens in a courtroom. So a request on behalf of the rugby community, I must declare that I have an interest because I serve as the Vice President of Uganda Rugby Union, and that is one of our members. So I have to declare that interest. But I request that this House openly condemns this particular trend of events. I beg to submit, Right Honourable.
Thank you, honourable members. It's very painful. A young man, very promising, didn't know anything about theft, and very, very tragic to lose a life in such circumstances. It reminded us, somebody wrote about similar mob justice in Iganga, and the area MP is here, several years ago, where a young man was sent by the parent to go and buy. The father sent him to the nearby shop, not far away from Honorable Kaluya's home, to go and buy something in the evening. And the young man decided to look for his mother who had left a long time, to escape from home. They could not find him. The parents went on those who were suspected in Iganga here. 3 people were suspected to be witch doctors, that they could have killed the boy. Those 3 people were killed. Even police, they overpowered police, they killed the 3 people. After a few days, they had the news that the young man was with the mother. How do you administer justice to those who killed? And just until recently, I think some of them, most of the people were arrested. Some were given about 10 years or 15 years. But is that adequate? How do you take the law into your hands And is that adequate? How do you take the law into your hands? And these days, as you said, it is just enough to say wuyo, 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 and they will pounce on you. Even the speaker is not safe. Because security has also the limit. They can stone you from the car. And speaker also walks. So everyone is threatened. Prime Minister, what comment do you have to say about this undertaking by the Ministry of Internal Affairs? It's a bit of reassurance. It's very painful. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker and members. I want first of all to thank our son, Oranya, for bringing this matter here. Right Honorable Speaker, it is painful that we have lost such a young man at such a tender age. Just like that, I want to use this microphone on behalf of government to condemn the acts of mob justice. Right Honorable Speaker, at one time I witnessed when I was traveling from Kakumiro to Mubende. Somewhere they killed a young man who was a coffee middleman. He had his small weighing scale in Kavera, and then they said that was a thief. Because thieves had stolen that area a day before. Just like that, we lost a young man. So, members, we need to condemn this act with the strongest terms possible. And I want to direct the ministry or the Minister of Internal Affairs to come up with a report so that we can debate this matter, because it is big. All of us are not safe. Our relatives are not safe. Mr. Speaker, you may be safe for now. What about tomorrow? What about your relatives? What about your voters? And so this matter is quite big. So on behalf of government, I want to commit that we shall, using the police and all security agencies and intelligence, try to make sure that we stamp out this act of mob justice. And the culprits should be brought to book. And this must stop. So, Honorable Speaker, once again, I want to direct that the Ministry of Internal Affairs comes with a report so that we have this debated at length. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Chirumira. You were not, I think the same thing was raised by the MP, Honorable Julius. So that's the MP who, the area member of parliament. So you want to repeat the same?
No, just.
Okay.
Yeah.
We shall have a time to debate this all.
Okay. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Julius Nachi, MP Budadiri East. The matter I was to raise is exactly what he has raised. Although I was to go a step ahead, I'd wanted the resolution of this House that we urge government to ensure a fair and speedy trial of the suspects through a public court at the scene of crime, just like it happened in Gaba during the killing of the kindergarten children.
I think that will be part of when we are debating the report.
Okay, thank you.
The undertaking by the Prime Minister is not a light one. I think that is deep. Honorable Chirumira.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, in South Africa, there is a wave of xenophobic attack where
nationals in South Africa pouncing on foreign nationals, beating them up and killing them up. It has affected so many Ugandans, and the Ugandan community in South Africa is so huge. It's across the entire country. As of yesterday, a citizen of South Africa was killed. I think he's a Songa, because he could not speak Zulu. The Zulus pounced on him and killed him. Now, if they can kill their own because they don't speak a language, it's definitely possible that Ugandans in South Africa are at risk. And my prayer, Right Honourable Speaker, is for the office of the Prime Minister and the line ministries to reach out to the leadership of the Ugandan community in South Africa and find out the current status quo. 2, for the government of Uganda to repatriate Ugandan citizens stuck in South Africa. Because as of yesterday, many Ugandans were at the embassy in Pretoria looking for documents to come back home. And then finally, Right Honourable Speaker, for the Ugandan embassy in South Africa to process travel documents for Ugandans who have the means to come back to their country. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you very much. Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Right Honourable Speaker and members, while at home some 2-3 days back, one of my daughters brought me a clip when a Ugandan was being asked by a gang of people. I think that clip has moved almost to everybody here. And he said, "I'm from Uganda. Why are you doing our business?" So I took trouble to find out from our foreign mission in Pretoria, who are doing everything possible as we speak now to make sure that Ugandans who are in South Africa are secure. But that one is not enough. And you are aware we have not been having cabinet. We were shown in the other day, the day after yesterday. And the Minister of Foreign Affairs, apart from the others, is not yet sworn in. So I think I will undertake, as a Prime Minister and leader of government business in Parliament, to do something so that our Ugandans in South Africa are safe. So I promise that we are going to get ministers handed over today and tomorrow in the morning before the budget. And then maybe if you can give me 1 or 2 minutes tomorrow in the House, either before the budget or after, I will give you an update. But I want to condemn the act because we are all Africans. We have South Africans who are here. And we have been respecting them. And Right Honourable Speaker, because we usually say life first. We usually say life first before any endeavor, isn't it? We usually say life first before any endeavor, isn't it? And so, colleagues, I want to end by saying that as Africa. And that's why we had to...
Honorable Zambali, I am afraid of this. You know how much I know.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker. Allow me to notify this August House about the resurgence of crime-related gangs. 7 to 9, don't say you don't know. The contact person is here, Honorable Lino Ngompek, and he says sports is wealth and sports is health. And please go for that training, because very soon you will know the benefits of belonging to the sports arena. Clerk?
Item number 5, adjournment.
Honorable members, the House stands adjourned to tomorrow, Thursday, 11th of June, at 2 p.m. at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds for the budget speech.